Hey my loves, welcome to Sip and Read. I'm Sarita, your favorite big sister. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, hello my love. I am so glad that you are here. Listen, I'm here to talk January and February. Yes. That's what I'm about to do, okay? Because I should have given y'all my goals, right? I should have told y'all what I wanted to do, what I wanted to do, where I was trying to go, what was happening in my reading life. But I didn't do that. So guess what? I'm going to tell y'all how January went for me, okay? Listen, let's start from the beginning. You guys, it was hard, okay? Like hard to get my life together. I have all of these planners and I was trying to plan and I was trying to do this and I was trying to do that. So I was just adding all these things. And then I realized, I was like, hey, you never told anybody what the goals were. You never truly explained any of these things. So I decided that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to tell you guys some of my 2024 reading goals. Let's start off with the biggest number, right? The books. 300 books is what I intend to read this year. I know that may sound like a lot, but it's not really, honestly, for the way that me and my sister read. We didn't read in girlies, okay? And I know a lot of you heifers probably feel like audiobooks aren't reading. That's not true. I comprehend them very well, okay? But I know what y'all thinking. Like, does it really count if you're listening? Yes, bitch, it counts, okay? So anywho, I want to read 300 books, right? So I'm like, I can do this. This isn't a problem. I got this, right? I'm going to find 5 new narrators. I'm going to find 10 new authors. Like, this is easy, right? So now I'm like, it's January and I'm in it and I am struggling. When I say struggling, I am struggling, you guys. I couldn't find time to read. It seemed like everything I picked up, I didn't love. I was just struggling. And then all of a sudden it was like, I finally found my stride and everything worked out, you guys. I was really, really, really enjoying everything. So I ended up reading 19 books. I only actually tracked 17 because Nikki helped me find this calendar. What is it called, Nikki? Book Marie. I'm probably saying it wrong, but
I'm probably saying it wrong too.
She helped me find this calendar that's supposed to help you track your books. The issue is it's so new to me, I keep forgetting to actually enter. So in actuality, I read 19 books. But I had 17 trackable books, actually able to see what I was doing, okay? So then I'm gonna go into the TBR situation. TBRing is really new to me and Nikki, honestly. We never really did it. We just read whatever we wanted to read. So then we got on the booktube and we saw that that's what everybody does. So it was like, oh, if we're gonna be real booktubers, then we need to set these TBR goals, baby. TBR ain't for everybody, okay? Because ever since I've decided to do a TBR, now I'm like, who does Sarita think she is telling Sarita what to do? It's like I can't do it. Like I feel like I'm caged and I don't like it, right? I need to be free. It's not for me. But I continue to do it. Why? Because I'm trying to be a better book girl, okay? A book girly that does all the right things, but it ain't working for me because I don't like to be told what to do even by myself, okay? So I actually only did 4 books off my TBR, which actually had 8 books that were on the TBR. So technically, I just did whatever the hell I wanted to do in January, right? Like, I mean, I just did me. And I know that 19 books may sound like a lot to some people, but to others, it's nothing. Like, I know girlies that are finishing 2 and 3 books a day. And I'm usually one of those girlies, you know what I mean? Because I get most of my listening/reading done at work. When my clients go to sleep, I just put a good book on and I really get a stride and I get to going because most of my services are anywhere between an hour and hour and a half. Sometimes I do get a full set, which is like 2 to even 3 hours. So you can imagine how much of a book you can really break down depending on your listening speed. I'm not a super fast listener because I really want to hear everything. I want to get the inflection of it all. So I tend to listen on, I don't know the speed, but I'll have Nikki insert it somewhere.
×1.
It's Nikki likes to listen to things on like times 200. I'm not that. I need to know everything.
That's not true.
I want to listen to how they
Please
was.
do your video and not include Nikki's name.
But why did you jump in?
Because I was trying to help you. I don't need to answer. I can tell you it's ×1. You don't speed it up at all. And it's just on occasion I speed stuff up. Sorry. Continue.
I don't like being told what to do. I'm going to continue now. Okay. So it's been a lot to get used to because now I'm also tracking my actual reading also in my reading I'm sorry y'all, in my reading planner as well. So I've really been trying to do good on actually writing down things that I'm actually doing. Like what books I read, what genre it was in. So I feel like I'm getting more organized as a reader, but because I was doing all of those things, it kind of made me feel overwhelmed. Like, because now I'm reading the synopsis of things, or trying to anyway, so that I can put it in the right genre and this and this and that. And it just was like, girl, just do you. And then whatever comes, it's what is going to come. So towards the end of the month, once I finally realized, like, excuse me, Sarita, this is you. Do your game however you want to play it. This is what it is. So once I actually calmed down and actually started to do myself, if you will, it became so much easier. So I stopped trying to find synopsises and do all the stuff that I normally never do anyway. And then just got the book off the cover. And for me, it made a huge difference because now I'm like, oh, I like this cover. So I just read the book and I'm like, oh, perfect. It fits in the historical section. Oh, this book fits into the suspense. So it just kind of worked out instead of trying to actively seek things to do more, because that just doesn't work for me. It's not what I do. So towards the end, I felt like, yes, now we're getting it together. It's getting easier. So I kind of treated January like practice for this actual planner. And then also for my new way of book reading, trying to put it in the calendar and all these things, because it was all new to me. I don't know if I will ever do all new practices again right in the same month and then expect my results to be perfect, just because that's not realistic, right? Like, it ain't gonna happen, honey. But I will say, you guys, I read some really, really, really good books. I mostly gave like 5 and 4 stars. And I know a lot of people do like the 2 stars, the 1 star, all those different things. But for me, if I can finish the whole book, there's usually something that I can say that I love about it, or that I liked, or something. I've never DNF'd a book before because it's like my mind won't let me. I have left it and came back to it later or didn't like it or liked it. But I will say everything that I read in January, I really liked. I felt like they were all just slowly helping me unwind and get better into get my stride going, because I was even in the Facebook group, like, I can't get nothing done. Like, what's really going on here? And I was talking to one of my coworkers about it, and she was like, girl, I'm reading 19 books a year. You're fine. And I was like, a year? Like, what? So it puts things into perspective, right? Because you get so hard on yourself and you start like downing yourself because you used to do this and this and this and that. But every month is different, right? Like, some months you're going to read longer books, some months you're going to read shorter books. So talking to my coworker really helped me like calm down. Like, you're doing too much, sis. You're fine, So I'm just curious to know, like, how do you guys do your things? Do you do reading goals for the year? Do you break them down in a month? Do you even track your books? And how do you track them? Because maybe you guys have a better way of doing things than me. But I will say, in February, as soon as I finish a book, I'm going straight to the actual tracker on the calendar situation so that I don't miss them. Because there were a few books that were on the wrong date, because I was like, oh no, I forget to put that I did it in there. Or like, I read them at the same time and I didn't know you could put 2 books into one thing. So that was also kind of a thing. It was a lot of trying to figure it out. But I will say, I am enjoying tracking the things. I just need to figure out a better way. Like, as soon as I get off, do I do it? And, I'm just trying to figure that out. So let me know how you guys do your things, and I can hopefully do better at mine. Since we're talking business, Let's talk book budget, okay? I know this is a touchy subject, okay? Some of us don't want other folks in their business. I am some of those, okay? But I think I need to get serious with myself because your girl been spending on these books. I ain't been reading, but I've been buying, okay? So I need to figure out a better way so that I'm not just buying things. Maybe I need to read what I already have, or I just need to set myself on a budget. So most of the things that I read are audio. I do a lot of Audible. I do Scrib, which is now I think Everland or something like that. I do get a lot of books off BookFunnel. But I'm thinking about putting myself on a legit budget. Like I know it's the word everybody hates, but book season is rolling around. So I need to get serious if I want to be going to these book events, right? So I'm deciding, I don't know. How do y'all book budget? Like, what do you do? Do you set a budget just for physical books, just for Kindle books? Like, do you include book boxes in your budget? Because I don't really feel like that should be a part of your book budget, right? Because the box itself comes with other things. So like, why not, you know? But I have decided that I'm only going to buy every check. You know how you get paid every 2 weeks? I'm only going to buy 5 credits, right? So that means 10.
Tell them how much 5 credits cost.
Okay. So 5 credits. I can't even talk now because she's in my business, y'all. So anyway, so when you buy 5 credits from Amazon on your phone, I believe it's like $55 or $60, right? But audiobooks are really expensive. If you are an audio girly, then you know, right? Like some audiobooks can be $65 a piece. So I've decided to use credits instead of buying the books outright. Yes, I was the idiot that bought the books at $65 a piece because I did not know that you could buy credits, right? It was when I was a newbie, okay? But now I'm out here. So buying those credits really helps, which means I will get 11 credits a month because Audible does give 1 credit. And I use it for pre-order sometimes. Sometimes I'm just, sometimes there might be sales on Audible where they have it where it's like, instead of using a credit, the book is only $12. So I'd rather buy a $12 book than use a credit for a $12 book. So I'm gonna have to add that into my budget. I don't really know how yet because I don't like to not have what I want, right? I know who doesn't want what they want when they want it. So that's an issue for me right now, trying to figure that out. But I'm also going to limit myself because sometimes as soon as I see a book box, I'm like, oh, I want it. I'm gonna have to try to figure that out yet. I'm not sure. I would love to know how you guys do your book boxes and things. Like, do you say like, I'm only gonna buy from this author this month, or like I'm only gonna buy 2? Like, what do you guys do and how? Because I need help, right? I don't want to not get the things that I want because I work hard and I think I deserve them. And that's pretty much the most things that I do for myself besides clothes and hair. I'm not gonna stop doing my hair, okay? I'm not gonna stop my nails, but I can't stop my books either. So what can I do? Help me. What y'all doing? Like, how do you guys actually book budget? Because I've never put myself on a real life book budget. Like, I never thought there was any need for it. But as you become more of a reader and you become more obsessed with the books and the stories and these authors, then you realize like, damn, I just spent $120 on them books. Like, and it happens so fast, right? I can't be the only one. I can't be. Like, it really happens fast. So I'm trying to do better so that I'm not just doing that, right? Because the moment something hits audio and it's like a pre-order and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, I like to buy it right away because I want the authors to know that I support them and I appreciate them putting it on audio, because a lot of things don't go there, especially a lot of Black authors. So for me, I'm like, I need to do it immediately. But maybe I don't need to do it immediately. But that's something that I'm working on. I feel like I rambled a lot through this video just to tell you guys what's going on with me and where I was at in January. I I can't say that I have found my stride yet. I will say that I'm getting better. I'm trying to be more purposeful. I have not found any new authors this month. Well, in January. I did not find any new narrators in January. I didn't do too many repeats. I did like 1 or 2. But for the most part, I feel like I did okay. And again, to the TBR girlies, if you didn't finish the book that was on your TBR, like I had 8 on my list, but I only did 4, do you transfer the other 4 to the new TBR, or do you just get to them when you get to them? That's something I'm not sure. So I would really like some input on that. I hope I didn't irritate y'all with all of my blah, 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 doing all this extra. But I need help, y'all. Like, I'm trying to do better. I think that's it. I think that's my update for January. Yeah, I did read, not as much as I would like to. Did you guys reach your goal for January? And did y'all get any new authors or new narrators? I think maybe I'm gonna add that to my goal, like to actively seek at least 1 a month or whatever. I know that my number for new narrators is kind of low. It's only 5, but in actuality, it's kind of hard to find Black voices that are not all around. I mean, they're all the time, if that makes any sense. And 10 new authors, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot when you're in such a small circle of indie romance. I'm not saying that I wouldn't read traditionally published, but I'm such an indie girly. So it's kind of, I need to get out there. I know there's other ones, but I stick to my same circle. So if you guys have some new authors for me, some new narrators, I would love for y'all to share that with me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, ring a ding ding. Oh, and please share. Nikki said it helps the channel. See you all later. Goodbye.